If you're a current user of Dynamics CE, you'll be likely familiar with the look and feel displayed on the screen right now. With the default setup, each time I click on an area in the navigation, the default list is displayed in the main area of my screen. And you'll hear me say references to list, view, grid, subgrid. Those are all interchangeable, referring to the same. It's data in the backend that we're displaying when we choose the columns and the filters, and it returns a list type view as you see on the screen. For our examples today, we're going to use the opportunity area of Dynamics CE Sales. My user's default is the All Opportunities view. So before we get into the different options on how to enhance the views, let's take a look at the features of the default views just for any of you who are new to the CE solution. With this view, I'm able to see a regular list of records, again with the default columns, and I can use this button here to add or remove columns as I like. On each of the headers, I have the option to sort or filter by that field. So I can do some basic filtering right here in the view. I also have the Edit Filters button onto the right-hand side where I can add in more complex or advanced filtering, so filtering on related records or groupings. You'll see there's a search bar here at the top of every view, and that lets me search by a keyword. So depending on where I am, accounts or contacts opportunities, when I click in the search bar, it will list the fields that it's going to search, and it's a begins with search. So let me put in air here and I'll hit enter. It's going through all of my opportunities and bringing back any opportunities where the word air is any of those three fields. So I have 2 records returned. Now, if I add a wildcard, a star at the beginning of the word air, it's going to search all of those fields to see a contains with. So now we're seeing more records returned, and it has the word air depending on anywhere in those 3 fields. So this default view is a static list. If I click around, I know I'm not going to change any information. It is read only. Unless the column changes, you can see that it's blue and underlined for these other fields that are lookups. So I'm able to actually click. You can see my icon change from a pointer to a hand. And if I click one of those fields, it'll take me to the form of that record. So I've just clicked on the actual opportunity name, and now we'll see the opportunity displayed on my opportunity form displayed on my screen. And here's where I can see the detailed information. But what I wanted to highlight is in a lot of cases when we're looking at this information, we do our filtered list, we click to view an opportunity, then we click the back button to go back to our list and pick another record. So in case you aren't familiar, there's a little icon here at the top called the Record Set Navigator. And if we click that icon, it will bring us the records that were returned in our filtered view. So see, these are only the ones that we had error in the word. And I'm able to quickly navigate in between them with the form displayed on the right-hand side of my screen. So it's a much easier way for me to navigate around the records rather than going back and forth in between the view and the form. So let's go back to our main view. Now the name of the view is at the top. So mine says all opportunities. And if I click here, I can see many other views that are available. And these are all, again, the same data. It's just we pick which columns and what filters and we give it a name. So we have one opportunities, open opportunities. Any of these are system views, so available to everyone who has access to the opportunities. These ones with the little head behind them are personal to me as my user. I've created them, made my own columns and filters and saved it with a name. Now, in your environment, if you've been using Dynamics CE for a number of years, this list can get large. We've seen some companies where they have views specific to each geographical area or department, just so that it's easier for them to filter and get to the information they need quickly.